emergency blog post reaction. We also are taking a look at RHulk's awakened abilities. There are some updates to MSF.GG. And what the heck is going on with that missing Gambit offer? We're talking all about that in this video. And if you're ready for this live emergency blog post reaction, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Club? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. We are reacting live to this emergency blog post that went up with this kits for Archangel, Nemesis. Now, if this is your first time here, if this is your first time in one of these live blog post reactions, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force, Marvel gaming content. We have at least 5 Marvel gaming videos per week, including Marvel Strike Force and Marvel Snap. But without further ado, let's go check out that blog post. Let's get some shout outs actually before we go to that blog post. Kalihi Hammer, what is up? What is up, Daniel Parker? Let's go and take a look at their kits revealed live on the blog post. All right, starting Death in the Eyes, and we'll take a closer look at Archangel, Apocalypse Death Horseman, and his new ally unarmed Nemesis. So the data mines were correct. Nemesis, aka Holocaust, coming to Marvel Strike Force as a part of this new Death Seed team. Archangel leading the Death Seed team who will reign over the raid lanes. Full team will consist of Dark Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Nemesis. Let's dive into 2 new Death Seed characters, starting with a Horseman of Death, Warden Worthington, teenager, when his mutant ability emerged in a pair of large feathered wings, enhanced strength, healing factor. He also became the hero Angel, fought with the X-Men and then with the X-Factor, then with the X-Force. He became, before a failed mission, he cost him his wings. The mutant tyrant Apocalypse captured Angel, offered to restore his wings in return for his service, which Angel agreed. Apocalypse corrupted Angel's mind, augmented his body with a pair of metallic wings, renamed his acquisition Archangel, anointed him the Horseman of Death. Yes. And with a dark persona, he is giving under Apocalypse a clash with his friends and allies. Archangel leads Death Seed as a blaster, high damage. So there it is, guys. He's a high damage blaster, not a support character, not a healer. And focus stats. He can not only level enemies with big attacks, but his passive, Fallen Angel, brings a litany of mechanics to bend the battle to your will. On enemy death, he attacks the most injured enemy, reduces the speed bar for all enemies, and enraids barriers himself. So once the Death Seed team gets rolling, the enemies won't be taking many turns. Even though Archangel is a blaster, he has support aspects in his kit. Oh, okay, maybe I stand corrected. He's a blaster with support. On kill, he generates ability energy for Death Seed allies. On crit, he heals himself and Death Seed allies. There it is. There's the support. On crit, he heals. And encore, this Horseman also grants additional armor crit chance to Death Seed allies. All right, so more shout-outs. Marcus, what is up, brother? What is up, Roos, Joshua, and Claw? What is up, guys? All right, let's continue with this kit for Archangel. He's a villain, global, mutant, blaster, part of that Death Seed team, part of that Horseman team. And of course, he is a legendary character. Let's move down to his passive. Should be a very strong kit, very strong character if all of these characters, or if any of these other Horsemen are any indication. All right, on kill, generate ability energy for self and Death Seed allies. On enemy death, attack the most injured enemy, 200% piercing, ignoring taunt and stealth. Also reducing the speed bar for all enemies by 10% and reducing the speed bar for all enemies by 25% instead. This 10% still very strong on enemy death. Enraids barrier self for 10% of his character's max health. So obviously, like with the rest of these Horseman characters, the red stars will matter for him. On this character or Death Seed ally crit, heal self and Death Seed allies for 3% of this character's max health. All right, so not a huge heal. We'll see if Nemesis gives us some healing aspects there. 30% armor. Death Seed also gains that armor and more crit chance. They also gain that crit chance. Let's move up to this ultimate. 3 out of 3. Let's see if it stays 3 out of 3. As we remember with that Rogue kit, it had a 2 out of 2 for that special, and then it got changed. So you could do this on turn 1, getting a lot of ability energy, transferring all positive effects except for taunt and regeneration from the primary target to self, flipping 3 random positive effects to negative effects. That's a very strong opening move. attacking the primary target, 700% piercing, very, very strong opening move. On raids, on kill, prolonged the duration of positive effects on self and death seed allies by 1 up to a maximum of 2, and cannot be counterattacked. So strong. Strong. And oh, you're also starting with a special 4 out of 4 available to use that on turn 1, clearing 3 negative effects from self and death seed allies. All right, there's that support aspects to this kid. Applying offense up for 2 turns to self and death seed allies. Attack primary adjacent targets 330% damage. On any target block, fill speed bar for this character by 20%. On kill, offense down 2 turns to all enemies, and it cannot be counterattacked. All right, looking very strong, looking very rage specialized though, and death seed specialized. And his basic, attacking the primary target, adjacent targets 300% damage, applying 2 bleeds, so very similar. Primary adjacent targets 330 into special, 300 into basic, and then getting even more bleeds into raids. So 2 bleeds and an additional 2 bleeds in a raid, so 4 total bleeds, and it cannot be counterattacked. No counterattacks. Looks like a strong character. Looks, initial impression seems a little underwhelming compared to Morgan Le Fay, Rogue, RHulk, and Rogue actually seemed very good in the beginning as well. Even after her her kit got changed. All right, let's learn about Nemesis. We saw a little bit about him in yesterday's video where we looked at the Marvel database. Let's see how much of this sticks and how much of this is gonna be changed for Marvel Strike Force. While serving as a previous horseman of famine, Autumn Rolofson had an affair with the mutant tyrant Apocalypse. All right, so famine, the previous famine, Autumn Rolofson is the mother, it appears, of Nemesis, leading to a birth of her son, William. Autumn feared that Apocalypse would view her son as a threat and kill him, so he went into hiding, raising her son by herself. William was guarded by immense powers when his mutant powers emerged in the form of biofurnace energy. He could generate radioactive plasma and blast bioplasma as a temperature equal to the core of the sun. My goodness, very, very strong. All right, but his energy was unstable, resulting in the need for William to be trapped in a suit designed to contain his essence. William and his mother remained in hiding until they were found by Archangel when he ascended to Apocalypse's replacement. Known as Nemesis, he agreed to help Archangel cleanse the world, resulting in confrontations with the likes of Magneto and Psylocke. So he is a support. Nemesis is a support for Death Seed team, but he's not your typical support. Nemesis shows the best defense is a good offense. All of his attacks steal enemy health and distribute it to Death Seed allies, bypassing heal blocks. There is the sustained from the team. It's coming from Nemesis. His passive ability, Armor Breach, grants Death Seed allies additional damage, along with granting himself speed bar, speed up when a Death Seed ally drops below 50% health. All right, looking very strong so far. What is up, brother David? Sean M. Wong says, guess he's a radar about Archangel. And I would say, yeah, that looks pretty like a good initial pick for him. Adjacent target attacks, primary and adjacent target attacks here. And then this is just a primary attack. I'm wondering if maybe Skirmisher might be a good choice. All right, let's look at the tags of Nemesis. Traits, villain, global, mutant, support, Death Seed. Let's move down to his passive there. Armor Breach, 30% damage. Death Seed is also gaining that 30% damage. Very important passive. Lower the armor by 30% for all enemies with bleed. All right, and guess who's applying a lot of bleeds? I can't see why I don't have any more Dark Dimension. Nemesis would be gross. It would be. On spawn, applying defense up for 2 turns to self and all Death Seed allies. So you get it starting with 2 turns of defense up. When a character or a Death Seed drops below 50% health, fill the speed bar for this character by 30%. Gain speed up, reminiscent of that Squirrel Girl. All right, the ultimate, 5 out of 5. So it's available on turn 1. All enemies, 300% damage, stealing 10% from each target, redistributing to self and all allies, bypassing heal block. Now, you may not have enough damage on turn 1, so that you may want to save this and skip this to turn 2, because you may not have enough damage done to you. So stealing that health might not do a lot, but it is a 5-turn cooldown. You do have this on turn 1. You're getting slow for 2 turns and 2 bleeds to all enemies, and enraged trauma for 2 turns to all enemies. All right, so that's very strong. That even without the healing, that's still worthy of an opening move, because the trauma, slow, bleeds, they can't take that off. The special, 3 out of 3, attacking the primary adjacent targets, 250% damage, stealing 10% health from each of the target, redistributing to self and allies. This bypasses heal block. Transfer all the positive effects from a random non-summon Archangel ally to self. So yes, he's gonna get all the stuff that Archangel does. So I don't get, kind of like a Strife and Mr. Sinister type relationship. All right. Oh, Openness. What is up, brother? I'm giving you a shout out as well. And yeah, this kit, this Death Seed is nasty. Luckily, most of the time we're using this in PvE content. This is going to be nasty when we have to face another Death Seed in PvP content. All right, so getting all the random positive effects from Archangel, spreading the positive effects to all non-summoned Death Seed adults. Actually, I take that back. It's more like a Mr. Sinister Mystique relationship. These actions will not spread taunt, stealth, regeneration, or safeguard. And then you're going to speed up for 2 turns for self and all Death Seed allies. Ooh, very, very strong. All right, and basic Exo Punch, attacking the primary and adjacent targets, 240% damage, stealing only 5% health this time instead of the 10 like the special in the past and ultimate. From each target, redistributing his health and Death Seed allies. This bypasses heal block. We gotta wait to see what the safety is. If this is also going to be applying, if he is on his counter and assist chance, that might give him a good candidate for striker. If we're getting this health steal 5% every time he assists. Oh, what was that? All right, let's close that. All right, so that is this team. They're looking very, very strong. Archangel and our boy Nemesis. Let's talk about another one. Horseman Turtle defense is going to hurt when this team is fully out. Yeah, especially when all the horsemen get their awakened abilities and are synergizing with each other. It's not going to be very good. Magneto blind, so you probably won't need it till turn 3 or the next node. Yeah. Well, Magneto's going to get his ultimate available on turn 1 in the raids when he has a full Death Seed team. So, be very it's gonna be crazy. All right, let's talk about RHulk though. It's gonna be a good raid team. All right, arriving with upcoming version 6.6, RHulk awaken abilities. You need awaken ability materials to upgrade RHulk special and passive abilities to their awaken levels. You could find his special ability is RHulk's upcoming War Horseman Saga. Here's the powerful updates coming. All right, so his special, this is the one that takes off that revive once. My goodness, look how long this text is. All right, Pavement Bubble, level 7, energy cost 3 to 3. Clear barrier on the primary adjacent targets, attacking the primary adjacent targets. All this stuff is actually the same. All this stuff is the same. This is the new one here. Clearing revive once. If Apocalypse is an ally or with 3 or more horseman allies, clear revive once on adjacent targets as well. Oh my goodness. So 3 or more horseman allies. So we got Rogue, we got Morgan Le Fay, and I guess we got Death. So this is not going to take an effect until you get a full horseman team. All right, what else are you getting? Well, in War, repeat his attack in 2 additional times. Fill speed bar for 1 random adjacent horseman ally by 10%. Fill the speed bar by 1 adjacent Apocalypse ally by 15%. So they need to be adjacent to RHulk. It's a little different than some of the other moves that we've had. Some of the other awaken abilities that we've had. All right, the passive. Let's see if we can decipher where the awakening comes from. Man, this is a long passive. My goodness. All right, so it appears that all of this stuff is the same. And War is going to do all this stuff. All right, so at the end of this character's turn, here's something that looks like it's in bold. At the end of this character's turn, if Apocalypse is an ally, gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. Oh, that's going to help him do those battlefield effects a lot sooner. Good for your RHulk. Not so good if you're facing RHulk. Apocalypse Horseman allies also gain focus. So not just the Gamma allies. What else? That's it. More focus and more charges. Just by glancing at this and looking what is in bold, that looks like that's all that's being added here. So extending the extra focus to Horseman allies, getting more charged. If If they have if Apocalypse is an ally, you're getting more charge there. All right, so it looks good. And that is it for this blog post. That is it for the RHulk's Awaken abilities. That is it for Nemesis. That is it for Archangel. Let me know your thoughts on Archangel and Nemesis. I'm kind of leaning right now towards either Skirmisher or Raider for Archangel and Striker for Nemesis. Let me know if you have some divergent thoughts there. Couple other things of note. Updates to MSF.GG. It was down earlier today. And what this is doing, the update took place today and is finished. In case you missed it, here are some of the improvements that were made. So we're just going to kind of highlight these. Faster loading times on MarvelStrikeForce.com. MSF.GG also got that transition to that uniform strike. They now have update store milestones in the section of MarvelStrikeForce.com. If we go there right now, we see this is the Marvel Strike Force section. Game updates, Apocalypse, the store, the milestones, all that stuff is there right now. Let's move back to the blog post. Claim web milestones. To go to the web milestones, you could go to that tab that we just showed, and it supposedly has faster loading times. Roster sync. This was live when the update dropped though, but yeah, you could get your roster sync done. And then the free claims. These are going to be on the web store. You have your daily free claims of power cores. You have your daily free claims of that Mr. Negative shards, and also your free energy, and then also some extra stuff on Free Claim Friday. Last but not least, the Gambit offer. So this was put out yesterday, but this was talking about Monday's offer for the Gambit offer. And there was an offer that included Gambit shards, went live in the store for about an hour. A lot of people were able to buy these offers. It's not intended to go live on that date. It did have those cyber turkeys in there. So unfortunately, it looks like it's going to come back. Same price point, same number of Gambit shards, but different other items that are going to be subject to change. No cyber turkeys. So that is it, guys. And one more thing. It looks like if we go in game right now and look at the inbox, looks like the daily rewards, the calendar, well, November, well, it looks, this is the 30th day of November. We do have confirmation from the devs that this will roll over, and I guess it means that December is also starting late. But the good thing, we should be able to claim this 250 power cores. That should be some milestones towards this the Winter Soldier milestone. No, this what is this called? The Powerful Pause milestone with Namor on there. So all that should be working for all of us. So yes, faster store, and some shout outs before we go, guys. Bet fortified chromium for unique on Nemesis. Yeah, we're gonna need to put the all that fortified gear on them. The level 4 and level 5 ISO 8 blue, if that's what you're talking about. Because they're a horseman. So that's it. That is all we have to update today, guys. There's a lot to talk about. Kits, some Awaken abilities, some updates, some bug updates, some roster updates, and some updates on some bugs. So let me know what your favorite part of this stream was. I will see you guys next time. If you guys haven't already checked me out on Twitter, on Instagram, make sure you do that. If you haven't already checked out the Amazon App Store, that is how you can save up to 20% off of all your in-game purchases. And of course, TeePublic's got some awesome deals on some Valley merch, guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. We got a news video coming up tomorrow, and we're going to be streaming in the morning. So have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. Have a good one, guys.